What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to be making a Pokemon card floor. Let's get into it. This is my buddy Ryan. He is a professional epoxy installer. He's going to be helping us out today. Let's get into it. So this is the bathroom that we're going to be doing the Pokemon card floor in. And this is the current state of the floor. This is before we did anything. So now we're going to take everything out. Ryan, I've never done an epoxy floor in a bathroom. What do you recommend we do with this toilet?
So, not being quite a plumber, but I would say, cut the water off, make sure that, empty the tank, any water that may be inside. Might want to have a towel or something ready because there's still going to be something in the lines, perhaps. And, knock out the screws at the base, undo the hose in the back, and it should be as simple as that.
All right, we're gonna get started. All right, so taking out this toilet, we had to take out the water. Then we had to turn off the water that runs to the toilet, unscrew the hose, and unscrew the bolts at the bottom and pick up the toilet and move it out. Then it was time to take out this sink. The sink was bolted to the floor with some rusty screws. So it took a while to get them out, but once we did, this is what the floor looked like, and we are ready to start grinding the floor and preparing. When you're grinding a floor, it's very dusty, so we decided to put this plastic in front of the bathroom to catch any of the dust coming out.
All right, so what we got going on here is a diamond grinder. We have an existing coating that's already on top. So what we want to make sure is that you take off what's there currently and bring it back to concrete. So once you get there and you're nice and scratched, you're ready for epoxy.
All right, let's go. All right, so I begin grinding the floor and I realized that it gets dusty very quick. I had to take breaks every 15 minutes to let the dust settle, come back, and vacuum. So if you're gonna do a floor like this, I recommend having a dust catcher, which is an attachment to the grinder that you can have so that this doesn't happen. All right, now that the floor is grinded, we are caulking around the toilet insert, making sure that no epoxy gets through the cracks. Alright, so now that the caulk around the toilet ring insert is dry, I'm going in with some AC duct tape, which is like an aluminum foil type tape. It feels like it works very well for creating borders with epoxy. So what I'm doing now is I'm just creating another border around the ring. I know I have it caulked, but I do not want any of the epoxy to go in, so I'm going to put this tape around the ring and I'm going to press down as hard as possible, make sure that I triple check that there's no cracks, that this epoxy can seep through the toilet insert, because if it goes through the plumbing and the epoxy settles, that is going to be a major problem that I do not want to have. So this step is very important. Alright, so once the AC duct tape is secure on the toilet insert, I'm actually going to use the same tape to create a makeshift threshold for our epoxy to stay in the bathroom. You don't want the epoxy to flow out. So I'm using this tape to create a makeshift threshold, and basically with one half of the tape you're gonna stick it to the ground, and the other half you're gonna stick straight up 90 degrees as best as possible. And if you don't get it perfect, that's okay. The threshold that we install later will be able to cover up any mistakes or any imperfections that'll happen here. All right, so now that the threshold is done, Ryan is going to start mixing the epoxy. We've grinded the floor, we've cleaned the floor, and we've put our tape threshold around anything. There's no cracks in the floor. Luckily, we didn't have to prep for that. Right now in the background, I'm wiping the floor with acetone, trying to pick up any dust that may be remaining that our vacuum didn't pick up. So Ryan is going to want to mix this epoxy for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then it should be ready to pour.
Ready?
Are you ready?
And flip-flops is crazy. Are those throwaways?
Nah.
So pretty. Out yonder.
All right, so we have our primer coat down. We're gonna wait 12 hours, come back and see what's next. All right, now that the primer's dry, we're moving on to the next step. We actually decided to redo the entire walls and the ceiling. We're gonna make it look like stone. This is my buddy Floyd. He specializes in luxury interior finishes. So he's gonna make it happen. I'm gonna help him. It's not the same.
We got some joint compound for the people. Your phone's dusty as hell, by the way. We took the lights out. We took the vent out. We're finna hit some joint compound on all the walls. That's step number one. It's not the same studios. You can find it. You can look for it, but it's not.
He just lays it on thick.
Yeah, and then you move it around and make sure it doesn't dry with lines all over it. All the lines means you need a sand to it. That means it's not thick enough. If it goes
All right, so this is what the bathroom looks like after the first step. We put the joint compound on. Now we're just sanding it so that the walls are smooth. Now that the first coat is done on the walls, we are gonna mix our second coat. It's a concrete mix. It's gonna make it look like stone. So we added some pigment. Now we're gonna spin and make it look gray.
You're gonna spin it, Ren.
Okay, here, yeah.
You already do it, but you just gotta hold it.
Your hand.
Here we are. We're in the bathroom. We're in the final step. Concrete is upon us.
Look at it.
Last wall, working on it right now. Still a little wet. You're gonna see everything else though. It's a brutalist fantasy. It's a brutalist fantasy. We got the brutalist vibes going on. Maximalism next.
All right, now that the walls and the ceiling in the bathroom are finished, this is what it looks like. And you can see it's much better than what we had before. And now we can continue with the Pokemon floor. All right, so we finished the walls, we finished the trim, the primer's down. So now that everything's done, we are gonna sand the first coat of primer off and then vacuum everything up and then start laying our Pokemon cards. Alright, so now it's sanded, it's primed. I'm gonna wipe it with a little bit of acetone to remove the dust from the sanding, and then we should be good to start laying down Pokemon cards. Floor is ready for Pokemon cards, and I think I'm gonna do tiles in a gradient type of way. So let's see how it works out. All right, so I decided to do 4 red, like 4 fire types, and then 4 basic because of the colors. So just like making tiles with the different colors, and then eventually I'll just like gradient them out. So it'll look like a gradient when it's done, but it'll be in tiles. And then also these holographics, they have like a gray border. So I think what I'm gonna do is just like make it within the tiles. Like this is a earth tile or a basic tile, right? But it has a gray border, and then it's like a diagonal. So making a diagonal with the gray border. I kind of messed it up over here where I put this one down, but I'll fix it. It'll be fine. What do you think? All right, I'm about halfway through the floor. It's 2:30 in the morning right now, and I have to grind this out and lay it down today because I have too much going on. So I am locked in here until it is done, and then we're gonna pour the epoxy. I'm so excited, but just kind of taking a halftime break. I'm laying down the cards with some wood glue, just some wood glue, and then I will lay it down. And then a lot of these cards tend to like flip up, so I have to put something on it flat and kind of has some weight to it, because we want these cards as flat as possible when we put the epoxy. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm not sure where I put my microphone, but it's ready. It's ready to be epoxied, and this is how it looks. So now that the floor is cleaned up, the Pokemon cards are on. I vacuumed it and I got everything clean. I got my piece of tape right there to make sure that the epoxy doesn't overflow, and we're gonna mix our epoxy and lay it down. right, I feel pretty good about this pour. Just gonna watch it for a little bit and see if anything happens, if there's bubbles, if there's any leakage over here. Oh look, I got some overflow right here already. I gotta be quick on that. This was the last piece of tape from the last pour, and we just fucked it up. I guess there were some holes in it. No biggie. We're just gonna put some more tape and kind of create a dam, you know, so it doesn't flow out. It's looking really, really cool though. I'm so excited to walk on this whenever it's finished. I have a few bubbles in it. I am actually gonna come with the blowtorch and get those out. This is so cool. This is so cool. I'm a kid at heart, and now that I'm 29, I just want to do more projects like this. Unfortunately, projects like this cost money, you know. Everything costs money, costs time. I gotta take time away from my business. But I'm hoping that someone out there appreciates this as much as I appreciated making it. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, watch it, and then probably just head out and let it sit, and then come back tomorrow and see how it goes. All right, so this is how it looks when it's dry. I'm very happy with how it came out. I'm going to install the toilet again and the sink and see how it looks. All right, now that the floor has finished drying, we're gonna take the tape up right here, and we are going to put a threshold in so that it's a clean transition to the next floor. I put some weight on it so that the glue could dry with some pressure on it. Alright y'all, well this is how it came out. I'm super happy with it. This is the floor at the studio in which I paint in. It's not the same studios, and that is amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to see more creations. Peace!